All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem HaKadosh, the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son Ba'Hashem, and then Mashiach Kadoshai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashwan Kadosh Tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles for Akima Akwa, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of the M.O.T.B news updates as of May the 23rd, 2025. As of this is as of Friday afternoon, and this is a news article from the Crypto Ninja, published 1 day ago. It says Michigan proposed a bold crypto legislation, Bitcoin pensions, the CBDC ban, and mining initiatives. Right, because you're gonna have competition with the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, stablecoin, and the pushing of the RFID as well too. As we were seeing in the United States, we're seeing the more pushing towards cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, stablecoin as well too. As we continue to see the banning of the anti-central digital currency as well too. It says Bitcoin.com news published 1 day ago. It says Colombia running the central digital currency plot of Cosmos. Well, so we're going to be seeing in these different parts of the country. These different parts of the country, we're going to be seeing the pushing of this CBDC plot, CBDC trial, the CBDC test, and the full implementing of the central digital currency, the full adoption of it. As we see, these other nations are leaning towards that direction. Minus the United States, but we're definitely seeing all these 130 plus countries leaning towards the central digital currency that's going to implement the digital dollar and the digital money and the digital cash, which is going to be a digital economy and digital finance. And it's going to implement the RFID and CHIP on top of that as well too. And this is a news article from Business of Korea. It says Bank of Korea governor meets with commercial bank chief for the central digital currency cooperation. Right, so that's what we're seeing. We're seeing all these companies, banks, and CEOs in all these countries leaning towards the full cooperation and the full adoption of this central digital currency, and the pushing of the RFID CHIP on top of that as well too, in order for you to buy or sell. It says, this is from MSN comment, can the digital will be free Russia from the SWIFT sanctions? But potentially. Get some more central digital currency news, if possible. It says, this is from the Crypto, published 9 hours ago. It says, Bitcoin rallies waivers as Trump rocked 50% European Union tariff bombshell. And this is published 12 hours ago. It says Crypto News, the BIS digital currency leaders quits early amending leadership changes. And it says Minnesota man clips email link and watch Bitcoin future drains away. And that do kind of make sense because once you, and I kind of wonder why you, because you've been having a lot of cyber crime with these crypto coin, Bitcoin, stable currencies, and the pushing of the RFID and CHIP as well too. That's why you've been seeing these countries been having security reasons, but for personal for personal information. And this is a Mud Rivers News. Local business embrace cryptocurrency trends. It says this is from WWJBD Online. It says protesters decry crypto corruption as Trump top investors in his crypto memo coin. It says major U.S. banks reportedly consider joining stablecoin project. And this is from Stowing Lake Radio. It says crypto bill advances. Grassi says he won't invest in digital currency. Right, because we've been seeing that a lot in the United States as of lately, since Donald Trump been president. That he been during his campaign trail, he been supporting Bitcoin, campaigning Bitcoin as well too. It says America's biggest banks are quietly exploring a joint stablecoin initiative. Right, so as I mentioned once again, that's what we're seeing more and more of these, more and more of these states in the United States leaning towards pushing more and more, signing a bill to make Bitcoin and cryptocurrency into law, and we're seeing signs of that. But you're definitely going to have competition with the Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, and then to have other states from the potentially from the liberal side is going to push the central digital currency, even though they signed an executive order to ban the central digital currency. But you definitely have competition with this as well too. But at the end of the day, it's still going to usher in, the pushing of the RFID and the CHIP in order for you to buy or sell. Invest this week. Bitcoin hits a record high as U.S. embraces digital currency, which is cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. It says NBC Montana. It says Montana State out of your warnings of crypto schemes. Right, so crypto schemes, that's going to be right as well too. It says Pakistan creates a PDAA to oversee digital currency blockchain. And this is from Paid Payers, published 15 hours ago. It says Kazakhstan National Bank to regulate the crypto sector. Seeing signs of that. So those was the latest news of the M.O.T.B news updates. It's the book of Revelations, chapter 13 and verse 16. And this is the book of Revelations, chapter 13 and verse 16. It says, Slovakia. And this is it's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16, and it calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a karadma in their right hand or in their FREHEDS. Right, so this is what they're pushing for. They're pushing up the M.O.T.B or the RFID and CHIP, even if you're upper class or lower class of economic spectrum. Even if you're rich or poor, free or bond, to receive a karadma in their right hand or in their FREHEDS to buy or sell transactions, as we're leaning towards that direction, as we see in these, these businesses, these companies, and these banks and CEOs leaning towards the full adoption of the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, stablecoin, and the pushing of the central digital currency adoption as well too, right along with the digital dollar, digital ID, digital wallet, digital currency. Revelations, this is the book of Revelations 13 verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, to say that he hath the Quran or the name of the BESC, order him his name, right? So the pushing of the M.O.T.B, of the M.A.R.K, of the BEST in order for you to buy or sell. Revelations 13 verse 18, here is wisdom, let him have understanding, count the number of the BESC, for it is a number of men, and his number is SIX 300 scored SIX. So with that, hopefully this sit down lesson was edifying of the M.O.T.B news updates as of May the 23rd, 2025 on this Friday afternoon. So hopefully this is edifying. And with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Akarkadash. Welcome to the elders and apostles with Akima Akwa. Till next time, I will say Shalom.